At the start of the story, 65 years ago, the world was almost wiped out by a nuclear war. Electricity and every form of communication system were destroyed in a single night, leaving the entire world in chaos. During that dark time, a scientist discovered the Genesis tree deep inside the Amazon rainforest. Its miraculous flower contained so much power that it could supply electricity to the whole world. Thanks to this discovery, humanity was able to rebuild civilization. After that, every Genesis tree came under government control. However, the children born after the nuclear war started developing genetic problems, with nearly 90% of them being affected. To solve this, scientists inserted the flower's cells into human DNA. From that point on, every child was born with a unique ability. Some had incredibly sharp hearing, while others had extraordinary eyesight. People born with these special abilities became known as genetics, and they lived like royalty in this new world. But around 10% of people had weak immune systems, and their bodies completely rejected the flower. They became known as specials. They were only given basic jobs like cleaning and maintenance, and were treated as second-class citizens. We are then introduced to Chloe at the Genesis Institute, where she is visiting on a school field trip. Her wheelchair-bound partner Leon arrives there disguised as a janitor. As soon as everyone is distracted, Leon uses a device to unlock a secured door and sneaks into a restricted area. After checking a map, he realizes that two guards are standing nearby. He sends out a small toy mouse to distract them. When the guards catch it, sleeping gas is released from inside the toy, knocking both of them unconscious. Leon takes their keys and makes his way to the ventilation system, where he connects a gas tank. Soon, sleeping gas spreads through the air ducts, putting all the scientists to sleep. After putting on a mask, he tries to enter the laboratory, but his access code is incorrect. He immediately calls Chloe and asks her to find the correct code. Meanwhile, in the main lobby, Chloe overhears a group of boys saying that specials should simply be killed. Furious, she starts arguing with them, and the other students keep provoking the fight. A security guard rushes over to stop the argument. Pretending to be helpless, Chloe asks the guard for help while secretly stealing his notebook. Inside it, she finds the correct access code and quickly sends it to Leon. As soon as Leon receives the code, he enters the laboratory. He takes out his mother's old watch, which has the words, "We are all one, we are all equal," engraved on it. Reading those words gives him the courage to move forward. He pulls a lever, opening the machine, and finally comes face to face with the Genesis tree. Picking up an old tool, he starts breaking through the protective glass. But the moment he reaches for the flower, the tree fires out countless sharp spikes, and the alarm suddenly goes off. Even so, Leon manages to secure the flower inside a blue capsule. An announcement immediately declares that the building is entering lockdown and everyone must evacuate at once. Chloe wants to wait for Leon, but the guards force her to leave with the other students. Fortunately, Leon also manages to escape just in time. Outside the building, Leon deliberately bumps into Chloe and knocks her teddy bear onto the ground. Before handing it back, he secretly hides the blue capsule inside the teddy bear. When the guards search Leon's pockets, they find nothing except his watch. They laugh at the words engraved on it and mock him by calling him a freak. One man carefully checks all the students, but it never crosses his mind that the flower could be hidden inside a teddy bear. A little later, Chloe and Leon stop to watch the news on a giant screen. Senator Frank is giving a speech, saying that instead of giving people the flower before birth, it could also be used after they are born. Soon after, the famous singer Mira appears and announces that she is holding a free tour in the Specials District so that everyone can come together and live in unity. After changing his appearance, Leon tells Chloe that politicians and celebrities only put on a show. They do not truly care about people like them. Just a short while ago, they had watched a poor man like themselves being thrown out of a food store. At the same time, they notice a cleaner wiping graffiti off a window. It says, "Death to the genetics," making it clear that not everyone is happy with the genetics. Meanwhile, Mira's manager warns her that the situation is becoming dangerous. The Specials District, where the 10% of people who never received powers live, is already a risky place, and a huge crowd is expected. He insists that the autograph session should be cancelled. Mira refuses. She says unity will never happen if she stays away from the people. She wants to meet them face to face and make them feel accepted, so she refuses to cancel the event. As Chloe and Leon head home, the guards at the gate of the Specials District check their ID cards. While Leon goes shopping, Chloe watches another interview with Frank on television. This time, Frank claims that he has created a medicine that will allow the 10% of people who never received powers to finally experience them. According to him, they can now become just like everyone else. Chloe is thrilled to hear the announcement, but Leon says it is all a lie. The two of them return to their small workshop, where Chloe grows plants while Leon builds different devices. Leon extracts the powerful parts from special flowers and uses them to create advanced prosthetic limbs for disabled people so they can live normal lives. The money they earn from their clients is enough to support their daily expenses. After finishing work for one client, they receive a call from a man living in the genetics district. He says he needs something repaired. Chloe refuses, explaining that they do not make house calls and that he will have to come to their workshop. But when Leon hears that the man is willing to pay 3 times the normal price, he immediately agrees to go. Chloe becomes nervous because entering the genetics district for this kind of work is illegal. Leon reassures her that he knows every route, including where the guards are stationed and which paths are unguarded. He is confident that he can get in and out without anyone noticing. Soon, the two of them arrive at an expensive restaurant, where the chef secretly lets them in through the back entrance. The chef is just like them. He wears a mechanical suit that helps him walk. Even though the chef was disabled, everything suddenly changed when a gang called the Anti-Genetics smashed through the front entrance of the restaurant. They cut the power and plunged the entire place into darkness. Leon had just finished repairing the mechanical suit when the chef said he would go check why the electricity had gone out and bring back their payment as well. Outside, the gang started destroying the restaurant and murdering everyone with special abilities. Within minutes, tables were overturned and bodies covered the floor. Their leader even began writing a message on one of the walls. A few moments later, the chef stumbled back into the kitchen, covered in blood. With his final breaths, he warned Chloe and Leon about what was happening outside before dying right in front of them. The two immediately tried to escape, but the back door was locked. They realized they would have to think of another way out. Leon quickly told Chloe to help him put on the chef's mechanical suit. A few minutes later, 2 gang members entered the kitchen. They only noticed the chef's dead body because Chloe and Leon were hiding. As they painted another message on the wall, they talked about their plans. They mentioned that there would be a small event the next day, followed by a much bigger operation after that. One of the gang members tried to suggest a different idea, but the boss pulled out a knife and warned him that nobody was changing the plan. As they left, one of the men accidentally dropped a piece of paper, and Chloe quietly picked it up. The sound of approaching police sirens forced the gang members to leave. Suddenly, Leon's mechanical suit malfunctioned. It completely ignored his controls, forced him to stand up on its own, and threw him onto the kitchen counter. Hearing the noise, the 2 gang members rushed back. Leon fought them using kitchen utensils and boiling water. During the struggle, the boss's mask slipped off, allowing Leon and Chloe to see his face. The gang managed to pin Leon against the counter, and Chloe jumped in to save him. Leon quickly threw a bag of flour into their faces, creating enough confusion to escape. He and Chloe ran toward the exit. Using the strength of the mechanical suit, Leon smashed through the locked door, and the two finally escaped. Outside, Leon struggled to walk while wearing the damaged suit. Chloe supported him and led him into a nearby alley. Several police cars drove right past them without noticing them. After checking the suit, Chloe realized one of its legs had been damaged, so she helped Leon all the way home. The next day, reporters covered the entire incident. Security camera footage showed a picture of Leon and Chloe at the restaurant, and the media immediately began spreading rumors that they might be members of the gang. Their information was gathered and prepared to be sent to the police. Captain Hughes of the Special Forces declared that the Specials District had become a center of crime and announced that his forces would soon raid the entire district. Leon and Chloe were terrified because they recognized him immediately. He was the same gang leader whose face they had seen during the fight. Chloe unfolded the paper she had picked up and discovered it was a flyer for Mira's concert. Inside was a small map. They quickly realized the gang was planning to attack the concert, and afterward, the blame would be placed on innocent people like them. Frightened, Leon began packing their belongings so they could leave the city, but Chloe refused. She told him they had to save those people because they were the only ones who knew where the attack would happen. If they did nothing, countless innocent people would die. Leon replied that there was nothing a man who could not use the lower half of his body and a 12-year-old girl could possibly do. Those words broke Chloe's heart. She burst into tears and called him a coward before running away. Leon wanted to stop her, but he couldn't. couldn't. A flashback then reveals that years earlier, a young Leon had secretly entered his father's office to look at his personal file. There, he discovered that he was a special. As soon as his father found out that his own son was one of the specials, he immediately grabbed him. Remembering that painful moment and looking at his mother's watch once again, Leon finally decides that he has to do something. A few hours later, Chloe returns and finds Leon repairing the mechanical suit. She helps him put it on. Leon tests his arms and legs before saying that he is going to capture Hughes and make him confess all of his crimes. Using pieces of scrap metal, Leon builds several homemade weapons for himself. He also demonstrates the incredible strength of the suit by bending solid metal with ease. Meanwhile, Chloe notices a set of unusual wires inside the suit. She rushes to prepare a special chemical that can activate the hidden weapons built into it. At the same time, Mira is performing her concert in the Specials District. The crowd becomes completely out of control, pushing against the fences while security struggles to hold everyone back. After the concert ends, Mira is about to board her bus when the guards suddenly attack, knocking down both her security team and her manager. Moments later, the rebels arrive in trucks and begin writing their slogans across the walls. Hughes threatens Mira, ordering her to come with them quietly if she wants to stay alive. Just then, Leon arrives wearing the mechanical suit and a mask. He jumps down from a balcony and launches a surprise attack. However, Chloe's chemicals cause plants to suddenly grow all over the suit. The gang members burst into laughter at the strange sight, but Leon quickly turns it to his advantage. One attacker collapses after being hit by gas, while another becomes trapped in the rapidly growing vines. Meanwhile, Chloe drives up in a stolen car and calls out to Mira, while Leon continues fighting Hughes and his men. At first, Leon lands several powerful punches, but before long the entire gang surrounds him and knocks him to the ground. At that moment, Chloe rams one of the attackers with the car. Leon takes the opportunity to climb inside, but Mira starts screaming. There is no time to explain, so Chloe speeds away with both of them. The three quickly return home and lock all the doors. Outside, the gang searches the streets for them. Meanwhile, the television reports that someone had tried to kidnap Mira, but an unknown hero had rescued her. Inside the workshop, Mira notices that Leon has been badly injured. She immediately treats his wounds and explains that she once wanted to become a doctor. Chloe even draws a picture of Leon as a flower-themed superhero, which Leon absolutely hates. Mira, however, smiles and tells him that she actually likes it. Leon then reveals the truth about Hughes to Mira. After hearing everything, Mira says she wants to return home as soon as possible because she has an event with Frank at the family center the next day. Leon realizes that the anti-genetics gang's next target is most likely Frank. Since the gang had attacked Mira today, Leon was certain they would target Frank next. The anti-genetics gang was completely against enhancing people after birth. They believed that everyone should remain exactly as they were born. Mira wanted to warn the police about everything, but Leon stopped her because Hughes himself was a police commander. The three of them came up with a new plan. The next day, Mira and Leon visited the family planning center, pretending to be a newly married couple planning to have children. Since Mira was famous, she told the doctor that she had not made an appointment and had never publicly revealed her husband because she wanted to protect her family from the media. Leon eventually convinced the doctor to give them a tour of the facility. During the tour, he cleverly stole a key. Afterward, he distracted the staff by announcing that Mira was about to perform for everyone. As all the employees gathered in one room, the anti-genetics gang suddenly stormed into the building. Leon confronted them in the lobby. The gang rushed him, but he threw gas bombs that even melted their masks. At first, he fought impressively, but there were simply too many enemies. They eventually overwhelmed him, knocked him to the ground, and began beating him together. Hughes pulled off Leon's mask and repeatedly punched him in the face. Just then, Frank's security team arrived, forcing the gang to flee. Mira revealed that she had secretly called Frank because she knew there would be too many attackers for Leon to handle alone. Leon asked why the guards had not chased after the gang. Frank replied that Leon was more important to them than the criminals. It is then revealed that Frank is actually Leon's father. Chloe is completely shocked. She realizes Leon had lied to her all these years by saying that his father was dead. Hurt and angry, she runs away. As reporters rush inside, Frank instantly switches into politician mode. He tells the cameras that his son is living proof of how wide the gap has become between the genetics and the specials. He urges everyone to vote carefully the following day. 1 week later, it is announced that Frank's project has been approved by almost everyone. Many buses arrive in the specials district and begin transporting the poor residents to a medical camp outside the city. They are told that after receiving treatment, they will no longer have any disabilities. Because of this, the specials district will be open, allowing everyone to live together freely without any separation. At the medical center, Leon asks where Chloe is, but Frank says they have been unable to find her. When Leon brings up Hughes, Frank immediately changes the subject. He tells Leon not to worry because all he wants is to heal him. Leon reminds him that the last time he tried to heal his mother, she died. Frank apologizes and admits that he made a terrible mistake. He also reveals that Leon's mother left behind a letter, but he had never found the courage to give it to him. Before he could, Leon had already left home. Leon finally opens the letter. His mother writes that she is sorry for having to leave them behind. She says her greatest wish is for Leon to become a good man. She fears that his anger will eventually consume his heart and fill him with bitterness. She tells him to learn to forgive because no one stays with us forever. After reading the letter, Leon breaks down in tears as he remembers his mother. Soon afterward, Mira takes him outside for some fresh air. While walking, Leon spots Chloe and apologizes to her. Chloe cannot stay angry with her brother for long, and the two make up. Leon then tells Chloe that he believes Frank is behind every attack. He thinks Frank created all this chaos so his project would be approved, but before they can expose him, they need solid evidence. Chloe comes up with an idea. She borrows the camera from a man who has a prosthetic eye. Meanwhile, the doctors announce the next patient. Chloe secretly crawls through the ventilation system and starts recording inside the laboratory. She overhears a conversation between Hughes and Frank, confirming that they planned everything together. While sedating several patients, Frank explains his true plan. He intends to extract a special gene from the specials and inject it into people who already possess abilities. He calls it the next stage of human evolution. According to him, this process will make people even stronger and allow them to stay young forever, no matter how old they become. Frank makes it clear that he does not care about the specials at all. He only sees them as tools for harvesting the gene he needs. A short time later, Chloe plays the recording for everyone inside the camp. Mira breaks down in tears as she apologizes to all the specials because she had no idea any of this was happening. Leon repeats the words his mother always believed in. "We are all equal. There is nothing wrong with any of us. We are all human." His speech inspires everyone to stand and fight together. Leon declares that no matter what happens, he needs his mechanical suit back. Chloe smiles and tells him that she already stole the keys to the storage room. The following day, Frank and several nurses enter Leon's room to begin his treatment. Unknown to them, Leon is already wearing his mechanical suit underneath the blanket. He immediately grabs his father and snatches the injection away from the nurses. Frank insists that he did everything for Leon and only wanted to cure him, but Leon coldly replies that Frank is nothing but a monster. He locks his father inside the room, takes some explosives from Chloe, and rushes toward the security room. After fighting the guards, he defeats them, but one guard manages to press the alarm before going down, alerting the entire facility. Meanwhile, Chloe connects the stolen camera to a computer and begins sending the recording to the police as evidence. Before Leon leaves, Mira kisses him and tells him to come back safely. At the camp, Hughes has already arrived with his gang. Leon and the specials surround them and a massive battle begins. The specials have nothing but ordinary objects like pots, pans, and metal pipes, but their large numbers allow them to hold their ground. Leon's mechanical suit gives him the strength to fight multiple enemies at once. However, Hughes calls for backup, and many armed reinforcements arrive. One by one, several specials fall during the battle. At the same time, Leon faces Hughes alone. After a long fight, Hughes knocks Leon to the ground, forcing him to crawl away to survive. Meanwhile, inside the security room, one of the attackers grabs Mira by the throat. Just then, a special rushes in and quickly takes the man down. The computer finally finishes uploading the footage, and Chloe immediately contacts the police. Back in the laboratory, Leon desperately crawls for his life until Hughes catches up and attacks him from behind. The two continue fighting between the control panels and laboratory equipment. During the struggle, Leon opens the machine containing the Genesis tree and throws an object at the protective glass, creating a large crack. Enraged, Hughes grabs Leon, beats him even harder, and throws him into the machinery. The impact completely shatters the glass. Hughes is about to finish Leon when Leon suddenly plucks one of the flowers from the Genesis tree. By now, he already knows what will happen. The moment the flower is removed, countless sharp spikes shoot out from the tree and pierce Hughes in the face, bringing him down instantly. Soon after, the police arrive and arrest all of Frank's men. They also recover plenty of evidence. Chloe and Mira rush over to check on Leon. This time, Leon leans forward first and kisses Mira. 1 week later, every news channel exposes Frank's horrifying plan. People begin talking about the mysterious masked hero who saved everyone. Rumors spread that he is Frank's son, but the police deny those claims. Frank manages to escape before he can be captured. The government finally abolishes its policy of separating people. From now on, everyone is free to live wherever they choose. Although Mira permanently damages her throat and can no longer sing, she is happy living her life with Leon. However, Frank is still on the run. At the very end of the story, we see him watching his son from a distance, proving that his story is not over yet.